Welcome back to Gender-Affirming Voice 101. This is part 5, all about vocal weight, aka vocal fold mass, aka heaviness versus lightness, aka thickness versus thinness. Hi, I'm Renee. I'm a gender-affirming voice teacher, and this is part 5 of 8 of my series on the basics of gender-affirming voice work. Follow, save, and leave a comment so you don't miss any of the parts in this series. Vocal weight describes the heaviness or lightness of a vocal sound, which is controlled by the physical thickness of the vocal folds and by how much they're pressing together. If you remember from the last video on pitch, higher notes vibrate faster because they are stretched tighter. And this tighter stretch also means a thinner vocal fold. Just like an elastic band that is stretched tight, it's thinner than a loose one. This is why higher notes have a naturally lighter sound. But if you want to thicken a high sound, then you have to press the vocal folds together more. For example, ah, ah, ah. On the flip side, lower notes are naturally thicker. So if you want to thin them, you have to reduce that vocal fold pressure. In speech, this characteristic is a little more nuanced. Those who have experienced a testosterone puberty will have naturally thicker vocal folds, and so may work to bring their vocal folds together more gently in speech. If you overcompensate on this, however, you can end up with a breathier sound, meaning the vocal folds aren't in complete contact. Those seeking to create the thickening effects of testosterone may opt for a more percussive attack, which creates more vocal fold pressure and a heavier sound. An important note for this quality, though, is that everything I've mentioned today really only applies at an average speech volume. When we start talking about shouting, things get a little different. That's all for part 5 of Gender-Affirming Voice 101. I tried to cover the high level points of vocal weight, but I could honestly talk about this particular topic for 2 hours. Please leave any questions you may have in the comments. In part 6, we're going to talk about inflection, contour, and emphasis. You don't want to miss that, so follow along, and I hope this helped.